This is Susan Wilbanks with BlendedInsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic. Hello, bright soul. Thank you for joining me on another podcast. Thank you to everyone who has taken the time to leave me a review on iTunes, engage in my work, share my work, leave comments and suggestions. I so appreciate you. And I hope your full moon went well. And we're in October, and I hope it's off to a beautiful start for you. And so for today's podcast topic, I'm just going to dive right in. I wanted to share something that really got me thinking this week. So I do mindfulness meditation walks, and there's a trainer that I listen to. Her name is Jamie McFadden. And during one of the mindfulness walks that I was doing this week, she asked a really poignant question. And it was simply, does it drive you or does it drain you? And I thought it was so perfect for this time where we are closing out the end of the year. The energy is ramping up. We have a lot of things going on here in the United States. It's an election year. And we're just trying to get through the end of this crazy year. And so I wanted to share that with you. Does it drive you or does it drain you? Because I really took that with me as kind of a mantra as I am cleaning things up in my life. So what brings you joy? There are certain things in life at certain times that may drain us, but it's just something that we have to do. For example, for many years, I was in work environments that really drained me. I was around people that drained me. I was around work that drained me. And so I had to get crystal clear on what filled my cup up. And when I wasn't at work, I had to spend a lot of times in those activities that filled my cup up, brought me joy, and that motivated me so that the activities that were required that I do did not drain me as much. So I really got to thinking, I'm in such a beautiful space in my life, and I'm so grateful. I really feel as though when I got off of Facebook, because I'm not on my private page anymore. I'm just using my business page and that's it. When I really started disconnecting from social media, my energy went up. I mean, it skyrocketed. I have more time. I have more patience. I have more energy. So that was definitely an activity that was draining me. And even if I wasn't on there, it's that my presence is on there and people were sending me private messages or friend requests or tagging me in things where they wanted my attention. They wanted my time. And when I removed myself from that platform, all of that just went away. So there's also an energetic component to this. If someone is thinking about you and courting you and wanting your time, it can also drain you. So what I wanted to offer today is just get really good at being very mindful about situations and activities and people that either drive, inspire, motivate you, or drain you. Things that empty you, that end up causing you to feel depleted or down or lower. And then what I would really invite you to do, and what I've been doing, is just adding more of the activities that inspire me and lift me up and drive me to my day. So for me, what drives me every day? Well, my family, seeing people better and happy. I love to help and serve. I'm a very service-oriented person. I'm a very generous person. And so I love to make people's day brighter and better. And what fills my cup is solitude, meditation. I love exercise. I love yoga. I love breath work. I love very simple pleasures. I love having a cup of tea on my patio. I love looking at the stars, looking at the moon, looking at the sun. I'm a morning person, so the sunrise, early morning is my most favorite part of the day. And just doing things that bring me solitude and center me in my being, that remind me that I am not the body, I am a higher soul. These things all really drive me. I love comedies. I love to laugh. And I can really find humor in things that some people would consider low vibrational or dirty. There are certain shows that make me laugh that, they're littered with cuss words, and you wouldn't even think with the work that I'm doing here that I would like that stuff. But I was raised in a house of boys. I served in the military. So I can actually look at the message and the underlying synchronicities, the underlying commonalities and find humor in it. So I adore comedies. I love to laugh. I can find humor in almost everything. It's a coping mechanism for me. So comedies really lift me up. Love it. I love documentaries. I love to learn. I love to get better. I love to learn ways that I can get better, that I can do better. And I think outside the box. I'm not one to go along with something just because that's what everybody else is doing. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm an air sign. I like to think. Does this logically make sense? So a lot of things that people do, if it's not logical to me, I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to question it. So I tend to be a little bit of a loner in that sense. I keep a very small, close circle. I have a lot of associates, but my circle is typically pretty small because I'm an introverted extrovert. I can go out, be social. I love to lift people up, talk, have a good time. I can get along with anyone. I can talk to anyone. But the way that I recharge is in solitude and by myself. And I've even noticed here lately, because of all the energetic climate of chaos and opinions, and I have really gravitated toward people who are more quiet and heart-centered, people that speak too much, talk too much, like to gossip, that are very negative, that have a lot of negative things going on, and they just want to throw it up on me. Which, if you're an empathic person or a healer or a caring person, people tend to just look at you as their human trash can that they can dump all their stuff on. It's just the way it is because your light is brighter. So when you are doing all this work and your chakras are big and you're doing your meditation practice, those that don't do anything, when they get around you, they're attracted to that light and it expels all of their trauma and unhealed stuff and negativity on you. So I even have some close friends that they just all day complain to me. So what I started doing is I turned off all my notifications so I don't get those notifications. And maybe a couple times a day I'll check it and go, oh, I'm really sorry that you're going through that, or I'm sorry that's happening. And then I just disconnect and move on because I don't want to be somebody's human trash can. I really don't. And so what I've noticed here lately is people that talk a lot, complain a lot, have a lot of drama going on in their life, but they aren't doing anything about it. Those are the type of people I've been distancing from. And so, because we all have drama going on, there's some upset in everyone's life at any given time. My thing is that what are you doing about it? Are you meditating? Are you exercising? Are you cleaning your chakras? What are you doing? Are you scheduling healings for yourself? Are you maintaining the healing? Are you taking salt baths? If you aren't doing any of those things, then you're just swimming in it and you're not choosing to make something happen for yourself. So I'm not here for you to capitalize on my work when you don't want to do your own. And I know that may sound harsh, but in times like this, it's really go time. Are you going to rise to the occasion or are you going to sink? It's almost like it's separating the wheat from the chaff. Who is going to make the cut here? And I'm not talking about people who are just having an extremely hard time all of a sudden right now. I'm talking about people who consistently have this pattern going on in their life and they continually don't do anything about it. And they look to people who do actually do this work to clean it up for them while they don't do any of the work. To me, this is a time where everyone has to do their own work. So maybe what was working before is not working now. You have to shift and change. That's all of us. We're in the process of a massive transformation and massive global evolution right now. So this has required me to go in more and do activities that feed myself. So for years, I didn't allow myself to relax very much or rest, mainly because I was a single mom. I was working. My daughter had all kinds of things going on where she needed tutoring and she had a lot of health issues. And it was just, my time was all focused on her and her well-being. Now she's a little bit older. It's still focused in that direction, but I'm more or less preparing her for the real world now. She's 17. So now it's more of an oversight and a counseling and mentoring type of role as opposed to doing everything for her like I did when she was young. And I never rested. I mean, my weekends were just full of errands and helping, and any parents know how that is, especially if you're a single parent, because I was a single parent who had no help. I had no family to help. I didn't have friends to help. There was no one to babysit her. I mean, I was truly a single parent. It was just me and her, and that was it. And so I was worn down, and I got myself in this pattern of just working all the time. And then I started doing my business, building my business. So I would work full time, be taking care of my daughter. Then I went to school full time on all of that. And then I was also starting this business, and it was too much. It was really too much, but I managed it because it was in me, and it was a drive of mine to move this work forward, to step into my gifts. And I genuinely enjoy seeing people do better because I understand what it feels like to be at a low and needing a little bit of a help. And so I feel very honored to be able to step into that role. Now I'm in a time where it's like, okay, I've been working so hard for so long. I've been working since I was 14. I've had a job since then. And so I'm like, we've had decades of just go, go, go. This is a crazy time. So now it's okay if you give yourself one day every 2 weeks to just veg out. It is perfectly okay. And so I have a friend of mine, we'll watch shows together. We don't talk a whole lot. We just kind of watch shows. We laugh. It's very easy. And I adore it. And it isn't deep spiritual shows. It's very worldly shows. And that's important for me because those of us who stay elevated out of our body, we need to also ground ourselves. So it's okay to actually be in this world sometimes. And that actually drives me. I have noticed a pattern when I spend time doing that, where I just escape, have a little bit of mindless entertainment, and it's very few and far between. We're talking once every 2 weeks, maybe at this point, and I'll go months without doing that. And then my body will say, I just want to veg out. I want to take a break, and we'll get back to it. I'll look at my sleep pattern because I have a Fitbit, so it tracks my analytics, and I've had a Fitbit for, 7, 8 years. On the days that I do that night, I get excellent sleep every single time. So I went back and looked. I need that. My body needs that restoration and that escape because I can't be on all the time, and neither can you. So I've really just been giving myself permission to do those activities that rest my body, that drive me, that lift me up, that bring me joy. And then if you need something to inspire you to move forward, because I've talked to a couple of people who just don't have motivation right now. Usually your will center is dirty. There could be lots of things going on with you energetically. So if you don't have any motivation, one of the things you can do is just try to look at what do you want to do or where do you want to be in the future. That can propel you forward. I had a conversation with a friend of mine who has been laid off, and he was sharing that he doesn't have motivation to exercise or to eat well or to really get up in the morning because typically he has a trip that he's planning or typically he has to go to work. So it kind of builds that structure in, but it's been so long since he's had any type of structure that's holding him accountable that he's just kind of floating. And in those instances, it's really good to create some structure, create a goal, create something to drive you so that you can continue to move forward and feel good about what you're doing, creating, how you're behaving, being, all those things. But for those of us who are just typically overperformers, which I have just a very high functioning person, this may be the time where you let the gas off a little bit. You know, I'm still working. My schedule's completely full. My private sessions are booking into mid-November right now. I'm completely full. I'm working full time and my daughter's back in school. So we're navigating all that. And I decided, you know what? It's okay for me to take a Saturday off. And I've started to ask myself, do I have to do this or do I want to do this? Because there's certain things that I'm just used to doing on autopilot that I don't really have to do right then. And I've been taking those little things off of my plate to replenish. Keeping your energy very strong and taking really good care of yourself right now is so important because these energies are nuts. And if you're in this work, people are probably drawn to you more than ever before. I know that's been the case for me. And I can only give when I'm full. And I can only allow the energy to pass through me if my energy centers are clean. And that requires me to be balanced. So I need to meditate, also be in this physical body, and take really good care of myself. And so do you. Does it drive you or does it drain you? That's what I want to leave you with. Think about it. Start to add in ways that you can really keep yourself motivated, inspired, connected, and full. Your cup really has to stay full. during this crazy time. And the activities that drain you, if you can reduce or alleviate them, do it. Some things we can't alleviate. I have some people close to me that they drain me. Bottom line, they're vampires. Not on purpose and not all the time, but they aren't doing their work and they're swimming in chaos and drama of the world, also in their personal lives, and they do drain me. And so what I do is limit my exposure, shield myself really well. I bless them in in my meditations because I know they're not meditating, but you can do things energetically and from afar that you still give them what they need from you, but it keeps you at a distance to where you're not being completely depleted and drained. I have found this at this time, people that don't want to do their work, they're not going to do it. And so what I've been doing is distancing myself. Because if I'm constantly giving them the energy that they need, they're just going to become dependent on me. And at the end of the day, I'm pulling energy from the source, from the creator, and everyone has access to do that for themselves. So give yourself a little bit of a break. You don't have to do it. If you're not available, they can find another way. We are all part of a bigger, greater plan. We all came from the creator. So you are not their source. Their source is higher than you. And so it's going to be okay. You don't have to drain yourself in order to make people feel better or to lift them up. It's okay. This is a crazy time. We're here to support and love one another, and we also have to take care of ourselves. So that is all I wanted to share today, and we can go into a healing. So if you just uncross your arms and legs, I will flood you with divine healing energy and fill you up so that you can go out and really be clear on what drains you and what drives you, and do more of the things that make you feel alive and inspired and motivated and joyful. I'm going to cut cords, so just focus on your breathing, relax. Okay, you can start coming back into your body. So I hope that was helpful, and I wish you a beautiful week. Thank you for being a part of my soul family, and thank you for showing up every week. It means the world to me, and we've built a community, and I so appreciate that. especially since I don't advertise. If you found me for a reason, and I just want to send you all my love. I hope you have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.